Beyond the Gates, spoilers full. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a fantastic Tuesday, and we have a mountain of Beyond the Gates updates to get through. Grab a massive cup of coffee because the drama in Fairmont Crest is reaching a boiling point, and we need to break it all down right now. So, let's just dive right into the absolute mess that is Andree Richardson's life right now. Because honestly, I am losing my mind over this. Andree has been put in a completely impossible situation ever since Heather Armstrong showed up at the DMV, and instead of handling it like a rational adult, he is making the worst possible choices. And you guys, when I say he is making a mistake, I don't just mean a little oopsie. I mean a colossal, life-ruining, marriage-ending mistake that is going to blow up in his face so spectacularly that we are all going to need safety goggles just to watch it through our screens. What is he thinking? Honestly, what is going through his head? He knows Heather. He knows exactly what she is capable of. We all know she is. The Impaler. We all know she is deeply entrenched in the red market and this whole plasma ring nightmare that Smitty has been investigating. And yet, Andree thinks he can just, what? Hide her? Lie to Danny about knowing her? It is genuinely baffling to me. But here we are. Andree is straight up lying to Danny's face about knowing Heather. And I just have to laugh because it's so absurd. Danny is not stupid. Well, okay. She's making some really questionable choices right now too, but she's not blind. Andree is sweating bullets trying to keep this a secret, and the worst part is that Heather is actively trying to get close to Danny. And it's working. Heather is weaving her way into Danny's life, probably acting like some sweet, innocent new friend. And Danny has no idea she's talking to a dangerous criminal who has a dark, twisted past with her husband. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You want to look away, but you just can't. And let's be real for a second about Danny. I feel bad for her, I really do. But she's also bringing a lot of this on herself. I mean, a few episodes ago, she literally had a Freudian slip in the middle of the hospital and called Bill her husband in front of her entire family. In the present tense, she totally forgot she was married to Andree for a hot second because she's so trauma-bonded to Bill. So, in a weird, messed up way, maybe Andree feels justified in keeping secrets from her? Maybe I'm being too harsh on Andree. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. His wife is clearly still hung up on her toxic ex, so Andree is retreating into his own toxic past. It's a vicious cycle of dysfunction, and the writers are just feeding us all this delicious angst. So who does Andree turn to in his darkest hour? The only confidant he has left in this world, Ted Richardson. Good old Ted, the voice of reason, the family rock. If there is anyone on this planet that the photographer can spill his guts to about the absolute disaster his life has become, it's his uncle. Andree knows that Ted would never, ever betray his nephew. And so, Andree's dark, twisted secrets about Heather, the incriminating photos she wants, and the fact that he's lying to his wife, all become Ted's secrets now. But guys, we really need to talk about Ted for a minute, because we all know Ted is incredibly good at keeping secrets. Like, terrifyingly good. This is a man who managed to hide a passionate, illicit affair with Leslie Thomas for over 2 decades. 2 decades? Do you know how hard it is to keep a secret in Fairmont Crest for 2 weeks, let alone 20 years? Ted is a human vault. He locks things away and swallows the key. So on one hand, Andree picked the absolute perfect person to tell. Ted isn't going to go blabbing to Vernon or Anita, and he certainly isn't going to tell Danny. But on the other hand, is this really the right move? What were they thinking, having Ted shoulder yet another massive burden? Ted is already dealing with so much. He just reunited with Dr. Carlton Fitzgerald. He's trying to navigate his own life, and he just got brutally called out by Eva for being the reason Leslie rejects other men. Eva literally told Leslie to her face that she's still in love with her teddy bear Ted. So Ted's past is already coming back to haunt him, and now he's willingly taking on Andree's explosive baggage? It just feels like Ted is setting himself up to be the collateral damage when this whole Heather situation inevitably goes nuclear. Because it will go nuclear. Who actually believes this is going to end well? Nobody. Not a single fan on social media thinks Andree and Ted are going to get away with this. And speaking of things blowing up, let's pivot to the sudden, jarring end of the peace treaty between Nicole and Kat. Honestly, I am so mad about this. The recent peace between Nicole and Kat has come to a screeching, abrupt halt, and I just want to know why we can't have nice things. They were finally getting along. They were finally finding some common ground, and now it's just over. Done. Back to the trenches. We don't know all the details yet, but if I had to guess, it has everything to do with Kat's complete inability to mind her own business. Kat is a heat-seeking missile for drama. She's been digging into the disappearance of Lynette Wise. She's been poking the bear that is Haley Hamilton, and she's been confronting everyone in her path. Kat does not know when to stop. And Nicole, meanwhile, is just trying to live her life. She's exclusively dating Dr. Keel Rollins. She's dealing with the devastating news they recently received. And she's already stressed out of her mind because her sister Danny is losing her grip on reality over Bill. Nicole does not have the bandwidth for Kat's chaotic energy right now. So whatever Kat did, it was the final straw. Maybe Kat dug up something about the Dupree family. Maybe Kat said something out of line about Keel. Or maybe Kat's investigation into Haley is putting the whole family in danger, and Nicole is just done playing nice. It fits the show's usual style, right? Build up a fragile alliance and then shatter it for maximum emotional damage. I just hate seeing them fight again. But at the same time, angry Nicole is iconic, so I'm kinda here for it. I changed my mind. I want to see them fight. Bring on the drama. Now, let's zoom out and talk about the bigger picture at the hospital, because Bill Hamilton is making moves from his deathbed, and it is wild. Bill is currently hospitalized, fighting for his life, completely unaware that his loving wife Haley has been slowly poisoning him since October 2025. And what is Bill doing while his blood pressure is spiking off the charts because Haley and Danny are screaming at each other in his room? He is thinking about his law firm. Typical Bill. The man is nothing if not obsessed with his legacy. According to the latest spoilers, Bill reaches out to Naomi Hawthorne with an offer that could completely change her future. And this is huge. This is massive. Naomi has been fighting tooth and nail to keep that law firm afloat while Bill is incapacitated. She has been the glue holding that place together. But she has also been dealing with the absolute menace that is Tomas Navarro. Tomas is a junior partner. He's ambitious, he holds grudges, and he thinks he should be the one running the show. He has been actively trying to sabotage Naomi and seize control of the firm. So Bill approaching Naomi with this offer? It has to be a promotion. It has to be Bill officially handing her the reins, or at least giving her the power to crush Tomas. Bill knows he's weak right now. He knows he might not make it out of this hospital stint, especially with Haley hovering over him like the world's worst Black Widow. He needs someone he can trust to protect his empire, and Naomi is the only logical choice. But you guys, Tomas is going to lose his absolute mind when he finds out. Tomas already hates Naomi. If Bill officially elevates her over him, Tomas is going to go scorched earth. He might even team up with Haley. And wouldn't that be a terrifying alliance? Two bitter, manipulative people with nothing to lose. And that brings us to Tomas's emotional state. Because apparently, the guy is crumbling. The spoilers say Tomas leans on Eva for support. And I just have to pause here and ask, Eva? Really? Tomas is going to Eva for comfort? This is such a weird, fascinating dynamic. Eva is already going through so much. She recently had a major organ transplant. She is dealing with severe medical trauma, and her relationship with Isaiah is hanging by a thread. She is in no position to be anyone's therapist right now, but maybe that's exactly why Tomas goes to her. Eva is brutally honest. She doesn't sugarcoat anything. She literally just ripped her own mother to shreds over her lingering feelings for Ted. Tomas probably needs someone who isn't going to give him corporate platitudes. He needs someone raw, and Eva is as raw as it gets right now. But I really worry about the toll this is going to take on Eva. She is already stretched so thin. And speaking of Eva's strained relationship, Isaiah is also seeking an outlet. While Tomas is leaning on Eva, Isaiah is confiding in Jacob. And honestly, thank goodness. Isaiah needs a friend right now. Trying to maintain a romance post-transplant is incredibly difficult, and Isaiah has been carrying so much emotional weight trying to be strong for Eva. But he's exhausted. He's stressed. He needs to vent to someone who isn't involved in the Hawthorne family drama or the hospital chaos. Jacob is a good listener, and hopefully, he can give Isaiah some solid advice. Because if Isaiah and Eva don't figure out how to communicate soon, their relationship is going to become another casualty of this horrible year. It's just so overwhelming when you step back and look at all these moving pieces. Everyone is keeping secrets. Everyone is leaning on the wrong people. Andree is lying to his wife and dragging Ted into his mess. Ted is hiding Andree's secrets while his own 20-year secret with Leslie is bubbling to the surface. Danny is obsessing over Bill while her husband is being stalked by a criminal. Heather is playing mind games with everyone. Kat and Nicole are at each other's throats again. Bill is making desperate business deals from a hospital bed. Tomas is plotting revenge. Eva and Isaiah are falling apart. It feels like the writers are just stacking a bunch of dynamite in the middle of Fairmont Crest and handing Heather the matches. Because, let's be real, Heather is the catalyst for the biggest explosion that is coming. When Danny finds out that Heather is not just some random woman, but Andree's dangerous ex, and that Andree has been lying to her this entire time, the betrayal is going to destroy whatever is left of their marriage. Danny is already looking for an excuse to run back to Bill, and Andree is practically handing her the divorce papers on a silver platter with these lies. And what happens to Ted when the truth comes out? Ted, the honorable, trustworthy uncle. The family will feel completely betrayed by him too. They'll say, "How could you know about Heather and not warn us? How could you let her get close to Danny?" And Ted won't have a good answer, because he let his loyalty to Andree blind him to the danger Heather poses to the rest of the family. It's the Leslie affair all over again. Ted prioritizes keeping the secret over protecting the people who might get hurt by the truth. I'm just exhausted, you guys. I've been staring at this screen for hours trying to map out all these connections, and my brain is fried, but I can't stop watching. The drama is too good. The stakes are too high. We are heading into a week of episodes that are going to fundamentally change the landscape of this show. Marriages are going to end, careers are going to be made or broken, and secrets that have been buried for years are finally going to see the light of day. I don't know how they are going to wrap all this up, or if they even plan to. Sometimes I think the writers just throw things at the wall to see what sticks. But this time, it feels deliberate. It feels like every single storyline is converging. The red market, the hospital poisoning, the law firm takeover, the family betrayals, it's all coming together. And I will be right here, probably pulling my hair out, ready to recap every single messy, chaotic second of it. Make sure you guys let me know what you think is going to happen next. Is Ted going to crack under the pressure? Is Naomi going to accept Bill's offer and crush Tomas? Will Kat and Nicole ever be friends again? And seriously, what is Andree's endgame here? Drop your theories below, because I need to know I'm not the only one losing sleep over these fictional people.